welcome to day 77 of playing chess every day until I reach 1500 Elo. Currently we're at 1234 after a win yesterday, so a new all-time high. And let's go ahead and jump into a 15-minute rapid game here. Against 1372. This is like by far the highest rated player I faced. The highest I faced before was like barely a 1300. This guy's almost 1400. This might be a hard game. Okay, there he goes. Okay, so he's giving us the England gambit right away. Let's see if he actually goes for like the normal gambit line. I don't remember exactly how it goes, but I think I kind of know it. I don't remember the whole thing. Okay, so we want to defend our pawn here with the knight. Let's take a second. If we play it right away, then he might, we want him, I think we want him to play the moves, the typical moves. I think it's like queen out here first, bishop protects, queen comes here. But if we play it really quick and confidently, he might know that like I have a kind of an idea of what to do. And now we need to drop the bishop back because it's getting forked here. Now should take here. And then I think the mistake is the gambit idea is like going here. And I don't even remember exactly how it works, but I know not to do that. So instead we're going to bring the knight forward here. Never played the England gambit myself, but I've faced it a couple times. But now this is where he probably realizes that I know a little bit of it because I didn't fall for the trap there. So now we're gonna go here, I believe. Wait, actually no, normally he brings the bishop in, so he's mixed it up now. Does this change anything? Now, he's threatening mate here, right? I mean, not mate, but I'd have to sack the queen. So he's changed it up. I've never seen this variation before. Because I'm used to the bishop coming over. Obviously, he has like multiple plans for it. I think I need to just do this. But then what do? I know the England gambit is still winning no matter what for white if I play it correctly. Is there a better way? Do I defend it like this maybe? That. Yeah, maybe this is better. Because then I'm still able to move the rook out and the rook isn't going to be tied to this pawn. Is there a danger to that? What if he goes here? Then I could go here. Takes. If check, take. Can't go here. Okay, I think that can maybe work. Seems dangerous though because of this pawn. But I think because I have the rook over after that, I think I can get out of it. Let's try. Play some risky stuff. I'm kind of tired, so I guess I don't mind if the game ends quickly. I probably will just do one game, even if it ends quickly. I don't know. If it's super fast, maybe I'll do a second one. Yeah, so he attacks it with the bishop, but I'm gonna go here now. Attack the queen first. The queen cannot really create another threat. Yeah, I think attacking the queen is safe. Try. Maybe I need to learn this line as well. Knight b4. Okay, he goes there. So now he's not threatening this anymore. He could go here to threaten it again. My knight is hanging. I could go here. And goes back somewhere. Could also go here if take here. So go here. This seems really good. Forking the queen and this. And he can go here. Guess he's okay. No, but then... No, he can't go there because the bishop will be looking. Okay, so let's try that. There's a lot going on, so hopefully I'm not missing anything. Here. Can't go here. Oh wait, no, he can go there. Because the bishop's looking, but his knight is blocking it. So he is able to go there. I can't do this. Maybe I should go here first. Okay, I'm just going to try this. Maybe once he goes here, I go here. No, but then he just takes. Okay. So I think I'm just going to do this. Maybe move the knight after. I'm using a lot of time because I'm trying to calculate everything because I don't know this at all. Attack the queen again. Everything's guarded. My knight's still hanging, but his queen's under threat. Kind of taking a risk with the knight hanging, because if he's able to create another attack with the queen, then it will leave my knight hanging at the end of it. Yeah, well now I can go here. I think. I mean, we're double attacking this. Do I go here? No, that doesn't work. To get this. I like that this is lined up here. The knight is going to be triple attacked, and double defended, and pinned. He can take here. Did I go like here first? Just get this knight to safety. Prepare to go here. I could go here. I don't see another way. I don't see a way to double attack this pawn though. If we can move the queen, because that's the defender of it. I don't. Okay, I'm just gonna move this knight. If I go here, he goes here, here. Not sure what I would do. Maybe I'll just move this knight this way. Okay, I'm just gonna move back over here. Maybe there's something obvious. I want to be able to go here. Triple attack this. is able to take this pawn. If he does that, then I have this. Oh, he does go for that. Can I just go here? Then I am forking this. And he can't protect from here. I think I could do that, right? I mean, if I take here, he takes. That doesn't seem to do anything for me. So yeah, I think I want to do this discovered attack. If he tries to block, we have 3 attackers on this. Placing that. Does he know all? Is this all memorized stuff? That I have to take here. Yeah. Can't quite take the knight. The knight can't come. He can't escape. If I go here, the bishop is guarded. He doesn't have check here. He does have check here. We can come back. So maybe I can win the knight. Let's try. I'm scared of checks. Okay, let's just play something though. This is guarded. Let's just try to win the knight. What's that check? Block. Oh, he's gonna be able to take this and then be guarding. Dang. So he actually knew this line really well, I think. You go here. No, because then he takes a check. Once I go here, though. Okay, let's just block like this, I guess. And then try to go here. Maybe we can still win the knight. Now my king is fairly safe. This bishop is really bad, and the rook is completely trapped in. So position doesn't look great. I didn't realize that this line was even a thing for the England gambit. I thought he was just going to do the one that everyone does. Take the pawn. Go here. I'm threatening to take a pawn back, I guess, and trade the rook off. Once he takes that, is he threatening anything? Actually, no. If I go here, I'm protecting the pawn. Oh yeah, the pawn's already guarded by this anyway. Then I could go here. Or I go here and I'm threatening this. Let's just go here so that we guard the pawn. Scared of this queen though. Guarding the pawn, we can take here. Take. He can't take here. Go here and I'm threatening this. He takes. Go here. I could take another pawn. Let's just go for this and try to be up a pawn. He did free this up though. Did I take like this? Probably with the queen. You have two defenders there. So maybe I will take like this. If he traps it, here I'm attacking this one. Okay, no, let's just stick with this. Let's go here, maybe try to trade. One pawn. Because this pawn structure is so weird though. I guess I'm not up a pawn because I have like no pawns. I'm up a piece, I think, and he has a piece for a couple pawns. He's trying not to trade. Need to free this up. Gotta go here and then open it up this way. Go here. Where does he go? Let's maybe go here first. Keep trying to trade, or I push this and try to open the bishop. Okay, let's just try to trade it again. Just need to open stuff up. Okay, he's gonna allow the trade. And he's immediately trying to push this pawn, play for the endgame. But I think I'm up a piece, right? So, does activate his knight. Alright, let's just do it. And then maybe let's drop back here to cover this square. And try to get in front of it, potentially. And now we also prepare to push this pawn to open things up. Let's just maybe push this all the way. No, but then it gives him this square. So let's go here. Okay, now I'm going to go here. Tempo on the rook. And we're preventing this pawn from pushing and guarding this square. So that should do a pretty good job for now. Preventing these pawns from advancing. And then once I can get my rook free, we'll be able to actually do something. Okay, I don't really want my knight to be taken and mess up these pawns even more. I guess it doesn't make too much of a difference, but I think I'll go here. And I'm attacking the pawn. Might encourage him to trade and fix our pawns a little bit. Bishop is tied to this pawn on g2. I think I will want to do something about that. Probably just move the bishop like that. Here. Get a rook free. Oh wait, actually wait, what am I doing? No, never mind, I can take it. For a second I thought I left the pawn independent, but the king is still here. So good on that. Okay, let's challenge this diagonal. Get that trade. Now we're going to want to rely on a rook over here. Come up, we protect. Probably come in here and we keep his king kind of cornered off, or do I want my king to be more centralized? tempted to go here, because then I'm threatening maybe attacking this pawn or attacking this pawn. Not sure if I should activate the king first. Activating the king is a decent idea here. Do that. Could come in here, and then I'm definitely threatening to kind of walk over and attack some of his pawns. I could also push this, and then we kind of block off his king squares. Let's just go up. We also open up this file for the rook to cut off the king a bit more. I think I will bring the rook here. If I take, his king gets a little bit more involved. Let's look at this. Yeah, let's just get the rook in. Could take with the king or with the pawn. Taking with the pawn does too much. I think I'd rather take with the king. Okay. I don't see how he's going to defend this pawn now. Once I go here. This pawn, I can't obviously take with the bishop because his rook is guarding, but once I go here, how do you get another defender there? So I think I can win his pass pawn. His really good pass pawn here. Let's try attacking it. He can't give a check here. He can give a check here. Oh, never mind. He could just push it. Okay. That makes sense. Maybe I need to bring my king back down in that case. Oh, wait, no, I can go here and then block him off. Check. Move. Down. I need to attack this pawn first so that he doesn't have that check. Okay, let's attack the pawn. I didn't see that move. Go here. He can push this pawn, which I don't want. So he's playing pretty well. He's playing the endgame really well, which I would expect for someone that is like 1400 almost. Down. Yeah, I actually totally missed that he could push this pawn. I thought I had him. Maybe I should have blocked it first. No, I couldn't because he had already pushed it to here. That didn't work. Alright, so I think I'm going to go here just to keep this pawn alive and not get checked here. But now I can't cut off this anymore, which I wanted to do. We're going to have a big issue. Okay, I can attack the rook. Once the rook moves, I think I can get this pawn. Let's just try that. Because if this pawn gets close to that one, it's going to be really tough. Attack the rook. You can't defend it now with the rook, because the rook has to go down. Oh, interesting. He gives that up because he's going to be able to promote either way, I guess. What if... Here, here, here. Oh, I don't. Do I have a check at all? I don't know. I don't think I have a check. Here, 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 here. And he gets a queen. Yeah, this he's playing the endgame like super well. It seems like. Almost would have like this move, but my pawn is blocking it, which would probably be super helpful if I could play that. here, here. It's either way, I think. Is there any way to get out of this? See anything? Checks or something? If I take... No, because you can take with the rook. Okay, I think I need to just take... And I barely have any time left. I'm gonna try taking... I think I'm in a lot of trouble here. Take, he promotes. I don't have any checks except for that. Here. If I just had one more to have gotten the bishop here, I think I could have been okay. Wait, I could go here? Ooh, no. Because then... No, it still doesn't work because he takes there. I think the 2 pawns at the end of the board is just too strong. Could still play for a draw here, though. I think. Okay, let's just push. No, I have to protect my rook here. Let's just bring... Don't go there because he checks me right away. Yeah, he's going to be able to take all of these pawns and then... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get a draw. Can't go here either. Go here. Then yes, check. Let's just try to protect the pawn, I guess. Go. Now I give up the bishop. Yeah. I know. I need to get way better at seeing like queen moves because there's just so many and I can't... I didn't see that at all. I was looking like at checks over here. I didn't realize he could just go right here and then win the bishop. So I need to just go ahead and resign here. That was a really interesting game. I guess I need to learn that line of the England. We only lost 5 points, actually, because he's so much higher rated than me. Let's go ahead and take a look at the game review. Winning the graph, I was winning for a long time. What was the mistake I made? It says I have 1 blunder. I can't remember what led me downhill. I mean, it was just those 2 pawns getting across the board. That's all it was. Because aside from that, I was doing pretty good, I think. I like playing against really strong players like that, though, because I feel like there's a lot I can learn from the way he played that in game, especially with just those 2 pawns. It said his game rating was 1850, mine's 1400. I have the 1 blunder, 2 misses. I'm curious what those are. It says I have 4 great moves. That's nice, I guess. And then we both had a few inaccuracies. I had 2 mistakes and then the 1 blunder, so that's kind of what probably made the difference there. Let's go through the moves. Okay. So this is all good. I'm already winning. Let's see. Okay, that was inaccurate. It didn't even like this line. So I was so confused by this. I thought maybe this was another good line, but the engine does not like it at all. All right, this was great. I spent a while thinking about this one and thinking about if he pushes the pawn here, but then I have the rook here. So apparently I was doing it well. This was all good. Okay, this is where it wanted me to go for this right away. Oh, I almost went for this. I was so close to going for this, but then I realized that he still can push back to here. And then it looked like I don't know how to continue that. So I need to see how that would have gone. So if I go here, I'm threatening both this fork and the queen, but the queen comes here, attacks the knight, prevents the fork. Oh, then I just push this pawn to kick the knight. Oh, and then I think I see it. If I push the pawn, the knight moves, and then I have this discovered attack. Queen and double attack this pawn. Is that what we're gonna do? Oh, it doesn't even want him to move the knight? Alright, so let's see if he does move the knight, what happens. But I guess he would move it here. The knight here. Then I go here. Attacking this, double attacking this. He has to come down. Oh, we were so close to figuring this out, but not quite. Take that knight. Now I'm at a 4.7 advantage. Yeah, he threw me off with the weird knight move, and then I didn't quite figure out how to punish it. I almost did though. I mean, I was still winning though. Like I was still doing okay even after I didn't play it perfectly, but um so that makes sense. I would have had to kind of know that line though. It is kind of tricky to figure out on the spot. Alright, it didn't like jumping the knight back. But I still have a 2.7 advantage, but not as much. Taking with the knight gave me more of an advantage. Oh, it wanted me to go for this pin immediately. Because then it's already double attacked. And then I guess I win the knight. Do I win it right away? Because he can't get another defender. So here, take. If he takes, I take. And then we just trade everything and I win a piece. Right? He doesn't even want me to trade. And now I'm up 3.5 on the eval. So that would have worked out pretty well. I didn't find that move. Instead, I moved the knight to try to go for this attack again. And then he did this. Oh yeah, because this was the discovered attack. I thought like this was going to work out pretty well because discovered attack, and then we're attacking this. But then he found this bishop takes sacrifice on f2, and he found that instantly. So he must have memorized this, right? Because he played that as soon as I played this knight move. I mean, maybe he was just thinking about it on the spot, but it seemed like he memorized this whole line with how quick he was playing it, including like a crazy sacrifice. Still 3.2 here. We figure out how to win the knight, which was good. Taking with the rook was good. And then I think we're up a piece, right? Bishop, he has 2 minor pieces and I have 3 minor pieces. So we're up a piece, but it's a piece for 3 pawns. So he has all these pawns that can become pass pawns, and he took advantage of them very quickly. It didn't like trading here. It wanted me to free up my bishop first, I guess. I just wanted to secure a material advantage there. Okay, that was good. This was inaccurate. That was best. Oh, it wanted the bishop out here first. Because then I guess we attack the rook and then he can't play this because we have this. We have the pawn guarding it. So if we got the bishop out quickly, it makes it a little harder for him. Wait, no, he can't play this because he has the knight, I guess. Take. If he takes here, but then his pawns are more split up, so that seems worse. So he takes with the knight. But then I take and the pawn split up anyway. This looks much better than what we ended up getting, the connected pass pawns. So I didn't play the bishop out to stop these pawns quick enough. And then they became dangerous very quickly. I felt... Oh, it did want me to push this all the way forward, but I thought he was going to get this little... Wait. I guess if he took that, I would have just traded. So maybe not. Maybe that didn't matter. I thought this was like a good outpost for him. But my knight could have just taken there, so I guess that was pointless. I should have just kicked his knight. Okay, this was best. I still have a 3.2 advantage, so I haven't made any grave errors yet. We get this trade. Wait. He hung his rook? How did I miss that? He gave up the rook there. Was there... If I took the rook, he takes... His knight gets away. No, then I get to take. He attacked the rook, and then when he moved the bishop, I didn't even see that he hung his rook. So I would have totally won if I had seen that, I think. Advantage went up to 3.8 here. How did I miss that? I think I didn't even expect that he would hang his rook like that. I didn't even consider that. I was like just looking at his bishop or his knight. Because he was playing otherwise really well and he's really high rated, I didn't even like question this move. I didn't double check and realize that he just hung his rook. It was still back there. I was looking at other stuff. So that was a bad idea. Should have gone ahead and taken. It actually did like moving the knight first before taking. But then after he takes my knight, then I take the rook. That's what it wanted. But what if I just take the rook right away? Yeah, that's good. 4.6 advantage. Oh, I totally would have won. I would have gained a lot of elo points if I beat him. Yeah, I didn't even think that he would have done that. I didn't even check it. All right, we get this trade. Still winning, 2.7, 3.2. So right up here, I must make a big mistake very soon. This is all good, 3.3 advantage. This is good. That's best by him. This was all it was. That's all it was? Yeah, just because of the fork. Wow. Can't believe that's all it took. Trying to attack this pawn. Gets the fork. And then the bishop has to move, and then that made this like basically unstoppable. It says it's a draw now, so I think I messed up more after this. That was a mistake. It wanted me to just sack. Okay, I wouldn't have played that, I don't think. It wanted me to just sack the bishop at this point. Here. Then he's up +1, but I guess this pawn got so dangerous by being close to this one that it was worth just giving up the bishop for. And it's still a drawing position here if I play it correctly. But it would have been hard, I think, to find the right moves. And then it wants him to sack his rook also, and then same idea, just push the pawn after sacking the rook, I think. Taking the rook was a miss. So this was still roughly drawing. He was slightly winning here. It wanted me to come down, which I considered this move. Didn't see a way to fully stop it. Let me go here. And I go here. Actually, no, this does make it drawing again. So I guess I really needed to find that move to draw. But taking did not work. I thought it's like, I knew he was going to queen, but I thought I kind of had to, and then maybe I could play for a draw. And then at this point, when my king is exposed and he has a queen, I knew I was going to be in trouble. There's so many checks, and I'm not very good at seeing them. Like the amount of squares, like when I click on the queen, the amount of squares that it can go to, I just don't see a lot of them. It's hard for me to think of them all, especially on limited time. So I knew I was going to start getting forked a bunch. So it wanted me to slide the rook over here. I'm not sure why exactly. I guess to prevent that, like to keep the pawn guarded. Gives a check here and just go forward. He's still winning, so I'm not able to draw here unless he made a big mistake. But instead, I went up here, not knowing what to do. I was kind of just trying to get everything together so that it was safer. I lost the bishop to that fork and went ahead and resigned. Okay, well that was an interesting game. I haven't seen the England Gambit, I think, in Rapid in a little while, so I'm not used to facing it in Rapid. But he obviously had a little bit more experience with it than people I've faced before, I think. And then the main thing was just this. This was all it was. I was totally winning until this. And then this. This took it to a draw, and then this took it to losing. But I don't think I would have considered even sacking the bishop for this pawn. I thought there would be some other better way to go. So I think the main move to focus on was this one. So it was just the fact I went from 3.6 to drawing, and then the next move, or two moves or whatever later, down to like -2 or something, or -3. So I just had to see that there was this fork here. I mean, I still didn't even realize how dangerous it was, because even if I saw that, I would just think, oh, well, I can just go here. It doesn't seem that bad, but simply because it unlocks the potential of this other pawn to come down and keeps the rook like permanently controlling this pawn and can help everything down here, it's way more dangerous than it even initially looks. Because you can guard the material, but then you can't prevent this push, I think. Or you can, but you'd have to give up a bishop for it. So let me see. I had to play this. Let me see if there were other moves, or if I had to find that move. If I go to this analysis, what does it say? Okay, so it says the next move, bishop c5, bishop c5, there's a different line with the same thing, king e4. So this is good. I still maintain my advantage with this, so I could have played this. How does it differ, though? Here, bishop a3. This seems more complicated. He pushes this, I go here. Still seems like he's going to get real close to walking his pawns down, but I guess I'm able to block by walking the bishop back this way. I don't know, that seems bad. I think I should have... The only real viable solution was realizing the threat there and then blocking with the bishop. But yeah, just one little mistake in the endgame like that, especially against a pretty strong player, can be really brutal. So yeah, I think this move, not realizing this threat was here, and then the other big one was just not even realizing that he hung the rook earlier to the bishop here. Um, those were my two big mistakes that I could have done better. And then also I could have found that one tactic at the beginning that was a little more effective than what I played. But yeah, that was a pretty instructive game. I enjoyed playing against a high-rated opponent, and we're still at 1229, so we're still at a pretty high rating right now after our past couple wins, and we didn't lose a lot of points from this one. And this has been day 77. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on day 78.